You know what? I'm just gonna try this event with the Nissan before I consider doing anything else. Take on the new generation of muscle for the 8th spot in the drag rankings. Because I figured that, well, the 240SX did help me win drag races in the past, and even though I initially said I was going to use the Celica, well, the Celica just does not have the turbulence to keep up with the Acura, as I now know. I mean, the Acura, it is bad, it is fast, and I mean bad fast. And I figure, well, this car is probably one of my best options to beat it. If I can get close enough to it, that is. Okay. There is a chance. It's minimal, but there's definitely a chance. I might be able to beat this. If I can just get close enough, I might have a fighting chance. If I can just get close enough. Okay, I might be able to grab this one. And yes, I do. Finally.
Number 8 overall, plus you took out Todd. Nice moves.
Oh, apparently I took Todd out. And, oh, so that's what happened to the RSX. He wrecked himself. So, it was Rico who finished second, and it was Stefan who finished third in the MX-5. Not bad. Not too bad. Anyways. Yes, I will save the game now. I'm so glad I chose the Hyundai for this. But still, that basically does explain why the Acura was not in this race. He basically wrecked himself. And I am glad to say he did that, because if he didn't, then winning this race might have been a bit harder than it actually was. So, we've got a sprint race, a drift race, and a circuit race. Alright. Well, I think now is going to be the time for me to switch over to the Toyota. The Toyota Celica, I mean. Since I've now unlocked this thing. Yes. So I am now in the Toyota Celica for this event, and I think just so I'm not going to waste too much of your time, I'm just going to change the body colour just to sure, why not? This will do. I could probably also change the colour of one of the vinyls as well if I really wanted to. I'll keep that one the same. It's probably the modern vinyl I'm after. Yeah, it is. Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. So I've now switched over to the Celica, and now we are going to get on with the sprint race.
So my ride was acting up last time we raced. She's running smooth now, so let's settle this.
Are you hot or not? Take on Chad and 2 others in this crosstown romp from Chinatown to downtown. Okay, so what my plan is, I'm going to use the Celica for the next 3 events, and then for the other drag race, I'm going to switch back to the Hyundai. Because, well, believe it or not, the Hyundai Coupe, with its top speed increase, it did actually help me to win before, and I am hopeful in saying it can help me to win again. So that's basically my way of thinking. But the reason I switched over to the Toyota Celica for this race is because, well, it might pay me to get the advantage off the line. Plus it's also because, well, Chad is technically driving a Toyota Celica as well, so that in and of itself is probably enough of an excuse for me to have a fighting chance. And we're not going across that other bridge this time. And kind of short shifting a little bit there, but that's okay because at this stage I'm just trying to keep my car in gear. And then hopefully everything from here should be okay. I'm also keeping my car in 6th gear so I don't lose the rear end. Because aside from me getting a lot of understeer from this thing, I also get a lot of oversteer as well, which probably doesn't help me too much, but it's okay. Because this car does have the acceleration as well as the grip to go through the corners. And I have also established that from the other side, this shortcut can actually help the player. And what do you know, the Acura is in this race. Oh, that sucks. And the tram is well up on the road there, so I don't need to worry about him. And on the brakes as I go through the right-hander, obviously making sure that my car is still stable and where it needs to be. And I can gladly say that's precisely where it is. So everything seems to be going normally here, and I should be able to pull this off, and I do. I win the sprint race on my first try with the Toyota Celica. Rosie was second, Chad finished third, and it was Lola who finished last in the Acura RSX. She must have wrecked late on in that run, is what I think. Anyways, we've now got some level 2 hoods, and we've got another sprint track available to us. And because I've now established that it's imperative for me to save the game after every single event I do in this game, because I don't have autosave on, so my stats can be better than they actually deserve to be, I'm at least wanting to show that it is possible for me to get through this. So let's head now to the drift race. Keep your cool on this wild dirt track. Again, no promises, but I will try to. Hopefully, since I have a Celica this time, maybe it'll be easier for me to keep my cool, but we'll wait and see. I will try this again. See if maybe there is a shot of me getting some points on the board without being... without me being totally reckless. But at this stage, it's hard to see how I cannot be reckless, is what I think. Yeah, they've just got way more points than I have at the moment. I really need to get some combos going if I'm going to get back in this thing. And I need to make sure I score them as well. I need to make sure I've got them locked and in place, because that's where I need them to be. I need them to be locked within my grasp. And I need to make sure they're secured as well. Because I know these results are not going to stay the same. Fuck me. How did I score that combo? I don't know how, but I scored a totally insane combo that I don't think I should have wound up scoring, but I somehow did. Will that be good enough? I don't think it will. Okay, just about. So, in spite of how horrible that first lap went, the rest of that run, once I really got the combos going, I basically pulled off a Tom Brady style comeback, and I basically pulled all the points together in the second half of that race and pulled off an unthinkable comeback. But I somehow managed to put it all together once I really started to get the combos going. Oh, I've now got the Wolf Race wheels vinyl apparently. And I've got the PT Pablo car, whatever that is. And now I've got some level 2 front bumpers. I will gladly save this now, since that's basically what I'm doing here. So now, I just gotta do the circuit race, and then I've just got another drag race. No way, Jose. I'm pretty sure that's a cliche. Anyway, let's move on.
Hey, it's tough being number one, but it just comes so natural to me.
Jose and his Volkswagen Golf have a bone to pick with you. Beat him 101. Beat him 1-on-1. At National Rail. Okay. Let's see how this goes. 3 laps of National Rail. It's basically a head-to-head. Providing I don't make too many mistakes, this should hopefully not be too hard for me to get through. Alright. Toyota versus Volkswagen. Celica versus Golf GTI. Who will win? Hopefully it will be me. You asshole. I was also pretty sure he forced me into that truck. I was not the one to blame for that wreck. He clearly forced me into it. I was literally pushed. And he's pushed me again. Well, I guess if it is possible at some point, I'll just have to push him back. That kind of seems to be the strategy I need to approach here, if I'm going to beat him. It's pretty obvious to say that his Golf compared to my Celica is overpowered. And that's part of the reason why he's been able to pull away from me. There's just something about that Golf that seems to be faster than my Celica. I don't know what it is yet, but something is definitely faster about that Golf compared to my Celica. I just really need him to hit something, and then I might be able to beat him. If I can just force him into an error that he's not going to fully recover from, then maybe I'll have a shot at pulling this off. But it's a definite maybe. Because, well, he's clearly been better than me. Oh, something's happened. Or something did happen until my shenanigans happened. Well, at least I lead him on the second lap. The only irritating part is I have to deal with this traffic for 3 laps and not 2. I really need those upgrades and I need them now. If I'm gonna beat him. That's what I think is gonna happen here. Ha! Get fucked. Okay. That's probably the payback I was needing. But now, I've just really got to make sure I don't fuck this up, because if I do, then my race is done. But hopefully, that will not happen this time. I'm ahead of him, and... okay, I stay ahead of him this time. Reloaded it twice before, but I did get there eventually. And I beat him by 7.7 seconds. Not bad. Hey, I've now got the Yokohama vinyl. And another 500, and got some level 2 spoilers, but still no upgrades. F. I've still got no upgrades. Well, I think it's time for me to get a snapshot of this thing, because I'm going to be switching back to the Hyundai now. Okay. Switching back now to the Hyundai. Because it has slightly better top speed. Okay. Oh, I should save the game as well, just in case. Because I need this to be secured. The Hyundai is the best car I can use to beat the Acura RSX. Otherwise, I'm basically done for.
Yo, Lucky. Hope you're upgrading your ride. Eddie's posse's destroying the competition. You won't have a chance without some serious mods.
Watch out for Klutch this time. He's made some improvements since last time you met. Oh boy. Is this one going to be an ordeal? But luckily, I saved the game. So, I don't have to go back and do that circuit race again with Jose. I think there's one more event that I have to do with him, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, well, let's get on with this, shall we? Hey, I actually got the first gear nailed this time. Although I doubt this is going to be my winning attempt. Oh, and there goes the focus. Okay, I really gotta make sure I nail it this time. Okay, there's the train. Finally! God, that drag race was a bitch. And Harry was the only one who wrecked himself in that race. Klutch was third, Brian second, and I finished first. God, that race was a bitch. And I've now got the Acura RSX available in my garage. That might be useful for this. I'll have a look at the stats. Oh, it's a time trial next. Okay. And still no more upgrades. But that's okay, because I've beaten the hardest part of the game now, and I want to check and see if the Acura gives me any improvements, and it does. It gives me a top speed improvement. Well, anyway. That's going to be for next time. So, what I'm now going to do is save the game, and then I will not lose any of my progress. And since I don't have enough time to do another race today, I will leave it for another day. But until then, stay tuned for more of Underground.
Keep it coming.